The best card at every position in Madden 24. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys who I think is the best card at every position in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. And now we're going to get it started right here with quarterback. Quarterback for me is a really easy one. I love Michael Vick. I've seen some people not like this card, and I really don't know why. I still really think Slinger 1 is a great release. He gets Gunslinger on top of that too. He has the best physical stats. He has the best throw power, hits all the accuracy thresholds. The one thing that I could see is you don't like lefties, but I would say Michael Vick is such a great quarterback. I would just go ahead and try to get used to it. And now at running back right here, it is going to be Bo Jackson for me as well. Bo Jackson with great speed with 88, 87 acceleration, can get that RB apprentice ability, also can get jukebox. I think some people are talking about it, but jukebox is like really broken, and I love RB app getting those angle routes. And now, you know what, before we go over receivers, we'll go over fullback as well. It's obviously Franco Harris, another person that you could play at running back, 6'2", 230, can get that RB apprentice ability as well. And yeah, I think Franco Harris, no one's even close to him for being best fullback. Now we're going to go over wide receivers. So at wide receiver 1, who do I think is the best receiver in the game? Man, do I include George Pickens on this? Because right now, I would say he is up there. George Pickens will be obtainable this week, so I'm going to go ahead and include him. For me, though, he's not wide receiver 1. For me, I'm going to say that is Brian Finneran. Love this card right here. So Brian Finneran, 6'5" height. I'm a big fan of the tall receivers. You're going to see right here, no one under like 6 foot is going to make my top 3. Brian Finneran with that 90 medium route running as well. Love that. Great short and deep as well. 86 speed, but the main thing for me, that 6'5" height, and also can get some pretty good abilities. Like he can get slot apprentice, he can get short out elite, he can get mid and elite. So I think Brian Finneran is a great card. Now wide receiver 2 right here, I will have the comp pass George Pickens. Again, love that 6'3" frame, 87 speed, hits 85s for all route running, and also something that's a little bit slept on with him, he is a great run blocker. So George Pickens, I think, is really amazing. Now at a wide receiver 3 spot, I kind of want to put Jerry Rice right here, but I will go ahead and lean, him first. Okay. So this is tough. I'm between Jalen Hyatt and Jerry Rice. I'm going to go ahead and go Jalen Hyatt over Jerry Rice. Now, when we compare them, why is that? For me, it's Jalen Hyatt hitting 90 medium route running and also 85 deep route running that Jerry can't. But again, if we don't have Pickens on the list, I would have Jerry Rice and Jalen Hyatt on this list. Now we're going to go ahead and round out our skill positions right here at tight end. Now tight end, I think, is a lot closer than what people think, because there's something about tight ends that a lot of people don't talk about it, but it's really important, and that is weight. Now weight, when you get over 245, you start to run routes a little bit different, and different isn't bad, it is preference. We talk about route running. A lot of people, you might like Shannon Sharp over Darren Waller. You might. Those are the two I'm between. Darren Waller, 86 speed, so 1 speed point faster. He's 4 inches taller. He's also 30 pounds heavier over that threshold for different routes. Shannon Sharp hits 90 short route running. Darren Waller hits 90 medium. I think this is literally a toss-up. For me, how I like my tight ends to run route, Shannon Sharp fits my offense better. But like I said, I totally see the justification for Darren Waller. So for that reason, I'm going to put Darren Waller at tight end 2. It's literally a toss-up. It is just your preference, and it's based on your offense. Like, I can't make that decision for you. But these two guys are both elite, so no matter what direction you go, you're not wrong. Now we're going to talk about offensive line. Left tackle is going to be Taylor Decker. Really, no one's coming close to him. So the ratings that matter for offensive linemen: pass block power, pass block finesse, and regular run block. And if we just scroll through the offensive line, right, you're going to notice like no one is really beating him at any ratings besides like Christian Darrisaw with just run block. But he's a way better pass blocker than Christian Darrisaw. And also something that I do look for offensive linemen, that's 6'7", 324. I think the height and weight is important. And the best left guard in the game, it is still Gene Upshaw. I would say this is someone that eventually I would try to upgrade from, because he's 6'5", 255, a little bit undersized. I think you can be undersized at guard though, but just based on strict stats, like has the best pass block power, pass block finesse, and run block combo that we're going to see from a left guard. So in my opinion, that's what makes him the best left guard in the game. Now at center right here, we introduce a new rating that does matter, and that is awareness. So there's 2 theories on what awareness does on centers. It either counts as double or it replaces your lowest offensive lineman's awareness rating. And for me, center is one of the closest ones. I could see you even going Connor Williams, but for me, I am slightly going Creed Humphrey still. And the reason for that is I think he has just a well-rounded balance of physical stats, being over 300 pounds. And it's not like he has terrible awareness, has great run block. The pass block power, pass block finesse are in the 80s as well. So for me, Creed Humphrey is my center 1. Now we're going to go ahead and go to right guard right here. Right guard, I think right guard by far and away, Logan Mankins. I don't even think it's close. Like, again, kind of like what I was saying about Taylor Decker. When we scroll, right, it's like all the ratings that matter. Logan Mankins flooding everyone in. So yeah, Logan Mankins is by far and away my right guard one. Right tackle right here, Jawan Taylor for me. Now let's compare him to Dan Diedorf real quick. So he has one more pass block power. Dan Diedorf has 2 more run blocks. So you might be like, oh, like it's actually a lot closer. For me, it's not even close. And like I was saying earlier, this is why I think height and weight matters on offensive linemen a lot. I think Dan Diedorf can get bull rush something crazy. Jawan Taylor being 6'5", 312 is why he's better than Dan Diedorf in my opinion. And also I'm just saying, even if he had less like pass block power and run block, like he had less every stat, I'd still go Jawan Taylor over Dan Diedorf if it was just even slightly close. Because again, I think the height and weight really matters. And this was the best player at every position on offense. Now let's go over to the defensive side of the ball. The best free safety in the game really is so dependent on scheme, it's not even funny. The two we are between, of course, are Sean Taylor and Ed Reed. So Sean Taylor has 55 man coverage. Sean Taylor with 55 man coverage makes him unusable in a man-based defense unless he is your user. And I don't think he is the best user in the game. I think he's like top 2, maybe top 3, but I don't think he's the best user. So again, it really comes down to scheme, but in a zone-based defense, Sean Taylor is the best with that 90 zone coverage. Also 88 speed, a little bit taller than Ed Reed as well. I think Sean Taylor is the best free safety. It's just like not a one size fits all, because if you run man coverage, he's obviously not going to fit your defense. Now we're going to go right to strong safety right here. I'm going to go ahead and say it's Ronnie Hickman. And the reason for that is 86 speed, 89 acceleration. He has 88 zone coverage, which can easily be brought up to 90. So our 2 safeties right here could have 90 zone coverage and decent height. And I'm going to go over this right now at sub linebacker. This is our user. The number 1 person for me is Cam Chancellor. That's why I didn't cover him at the best strong safety spot, but I think he is the best user in the game. 6'3", 87 speed, 85 acceleration, has pretty good change of direction. The man and zone aren't really in the 90s, so that's why I think he's best suited as a user as well. Now we're going to go over right outside linebacker. Right outside linebacker to me is going to be Micah Parsons. It is close between him and LT. Micah edges him out on speed and acceleration, but LT better block shit and power moves, but Micah also has better finesse moves. So it really is preference. Also, Micah Parsons is free, and free to me will always rank a little bit higher than having to spend coins. Now, middle linebacker 1 right here is Manti Te'o. Not even close. He is by far and away best middle linebacker in the game with that 86 speed, 90 zone coverage. He has just as good stats as some of the safeties that we covered, and for linebackers, that is rare. And in middle linebacker 2, this is a significant drop off, I should say, but it is going to be Bobby Wagner with 85 speed, 80 zone coverage. You see the speed and the zone coverage took a major hit, but I think he is the second best middle linebacker in the game. And finally, left outside linebacker right here. Kind of weird to see DeMarcus Ware as a left outside linebacker when he's usually always a right outside linebacker, but 86 speed, 89 acceleration, has great block shed, great finesse moves. Also is the first person in the game to get the edge threat ability. Now, before we go over corner, I'm going to go ahead and round out our front 7 right here. The best right end in the game is going to go ahead and be Bruce Smith for me. 84 speed, 87 acceleration, has great block shed, power moves, and finesse moves. Love those stats. At defensive tackle, oh, this is tough, man. This is really tough. It's obviously between Hargrave and Warren Sapp. I'm just going to say Hargrave this time because I always talk about Warren Sapp, but I really want to tell you guys how good Hargrave is. 81 speed, 83 acceleration. You're going to notice the power moves are low, but he's never going to use that rating. He only has the finesse move traits on yes, and 88 finesse moves versus a lot of offensive linemen's lower pass block finesse is so nice, and that's why Hargrave is here for me. And at a left end spot right here, it's going to be Javon Curse. 84 speed, 89 acceleration, has really high finesse moves, and just what I said about Javon Hargrave, only has those finesse move traits on yes. At a CB2 spot right here, I am going to have Cromartie. I love this Cromartie card. 6'2" height, 210, 88 speed, great man. The zone a little bit lacking, so might not fit your scheme to a T, but again, I think he always just plays amazing. So I'm going to delete the CB1 spot right here because I feel like I'm being a little bit biased, but I'm going to go ahead and have JPJ right here too. Joey Porter Jr. plays phenomenal for me. 6'2" height, 87 speed, 86 acceleration, 90 man coverage is phenomenal. And at a CB3 spot right here, I am going to have Gilly Locke. This is a very heavy man coverage corner group. And yeah, these are probably the 3 best if you run man. Now I will go ahead and go over zone real quick to end off this video. If you're running zone, you're going to want Richard Sherman. You're pretty much going to want people that can get up to 90 zone with coach track cards and also the green track card, like Basie right here can do that. And this is what my trio of DBs would look like if I ran a zone. Also, I want to say something about a certain player that you're like, how did he not make the list? Primetime right here. Primetime, I think at a safety spot is better than like Sean Taylor and like a man-based defense. So what I would do with Primetime, I would play him at safety. The press is a little bit low, and with JPJ, Gilly Locke, and Crow, you can really press receivers if you wanted to. So for me, I think Primetime, while he is a corner, I think his best position is at a free safety spot or at a strong safety spot. And for the last thing, we got to go over kicker and punter. Kicker, Brandon McManus, highest kick power in the game, so he's gonna edge out Justin Tucker for me. And punter right here gonna be Ryan Stonehouse. Again, just has the highest kick power. And yeah, y'all, this has been my thoughts on the best players in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Who did I leave off this list that should have made it? Now, if you do enjoy videos like this, you enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with all the best things in Madden. Now, if you guys want to watch me play live, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. We've been grinding the streams over there, so I greatly appreciate that. Now, if you don't feel like heading over to Twitch and you want another video to watch, check this one out right here. Michael Vick is insane in Madden 24.